So I have to talk about the Prismatic Evolutions PC ETBs because I feel like this is such an obvious buy once again. Yet I feel like people are scared to buy this product for some reason, which to me is astonishing because I was very surprised that we even got this second restock. Because when I think about all the other previous sets we've gotten recently, I can't remember any other set that's gotten a second restock of PC ETBs. Like I believe Surging Sparks didn't. I don't think it had two restocks. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it did, but I don't think so. Journey Together, I don't think it had a second restock. Destined Rivals is too new to have a second restock. But I really feel like this is not a common thing, and especially for Prismatic Evolutions, I really thought that one restock would probably be all the supply they had because the prices had dropped all the way from $330 all the way down to $230, basically dropping this exactly $100. And I thought that that was basically all the supply that they dumped, but no, we recently obviously got this second restock, and I talked about how I believe this stock was probably from the initial printing of this product, but maybe they did decide to reprint more. Who knows? But in my opinion, it really wouldn't make sense for them to reprint more PC ETBs out of all the products they could have reprinted. So that's just my take on it, but maybe they reprinted more. Who knows? But this second restock to me was very surprising that it happened for the PC ETBs. And now when you look at the price, you can see they've dropped all the way down to about $210. And at this price point, I just have to make this video to say this once again. This is a great buying opportunity. I said it on the first drop. When this first dropped all the way down to this price point, I said if you can buy them for even market price or a little bit lower, closer to $200, it's a great pickup. And I wasn't lying to you guys. I literally made a video showing you guys I had bought these. I spent thousands of dollars buying these because I believe it was a great buy, and I don't regret it. And now that we've gotten this second restock, prices have dropped a little bit more than they did on the first drop. Now, do I think this is a big deal? No, because it dropped another $15 in the last time. Not a big deal, right? It's basically the same thing, but you're getting a little bit more of a discount. And if you're not buying right now, especially after literally the first restock happened, right? And prices went back up to around $300, and you're not buying right now, I don't even know what to tell you, right? You're getting even a little bit more of a discount than last time, and you got this second chance to buy in from this restock. And if you're not doing it, like I said, I don't know what to say. This is such an obvious good buy long term. Buying this at $200 to me is ridiculously good. And a lot of people still seem to be wary, like, oh, I'm just going to keep waiting. I'm going to keep waiting until this drops even more. In my honest opinion, I feel like we're pretty close to the bottom here. It may drop another $10, go to maybe $200 flat. But I really, truly believe we are pretty close to where this bottoms out. And I feel like maybe, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, prices are going to start to go back up. This is exactly what happened with the first restock, which was a huge drop. And I feel like this recent restock wasn't as big as the first one because here the prices dropped significantly. But it only took a little bit of time for prices to go back up. It only took I think a couple weeks. And I feel like this will be a similar story. Now, I don't think it's going to rebound as quickly and go back to $300 like the first restock because obviously that was a few months ago. Different time, different market. Now we're during the summer, a little bit different, but I still don't think it's going to stay in the very low 200s for an extended period of time. I think after a few weeks, prices are probably going to start going back up to 250 plus. That's my opinion. And if you're not buying from the second restock, I don't know what to say, seriously, because I don't think there's a high chance that this gets restocked a third time. If it does, I'd be shocked. But the second time that this has happened, I feel like if you didn't get in the first time and you waited, you saw prices go up, and then you just was like, you know what, I'm not gonna buy because I was waiting for it to go down more, but then it went up, and then you're like, whatever. This is your chance, and it's even a little bit cheaper than last time. So I've told you guys, like, for me, I've been waiting to find a listing where there's a huge lot of these. I haven't found one yet where there's a reasonable price and I can buy in quantity. But if I find another person selling these for around 200, 210, I'm buying probably another at least maybe 10 ETBs of these. That's what I'm waiting for. I haven't found any listings near me where I found a seller selling them in a quantity because I'm not going to meet up with a bunch of people and buy one or two here and there. To me, it's not really worth it. But yeah, I'm seriously in the market to buy these at this price point. And for you guys out there, I truly believe if you think about where this is going to go in like a couple of years from now, $200 is going to be extremely cheap. Now, if you're in it for the short term, you may look at this and be like, prismatic, all the hype's done. Oh, it's probably not going to go up that much. I'm not going to buy it. In my opinion, that's the wrong mindset. Because look at 151 PCETBs. They're over $500. 151 is not even 2 years old yet. So you think about prismatic evolutions. When this becomes 2, 3, 4 years old, you think this is going to be $200? No, it's probably going to be close to where 151 is at, or maybe even more, right? So this is a great buying opportunity that I think long-term investors will really see. But if you're more, of a new investor and you're seeing how prismatic is performing right now, you may be scared to buy these. But I'm telling you, low 200s at this price point is such a great opportunity, and I don't think it's going to be here for a very long time. I think it'll take a few weeks, go back up to the mid 250s, and I think from there it might just stabilize around there. But the fact you can buy this at this price point now, there's no point in waiting, because I don't think they're going to drop much more. I would be very shocked if these went close to like 180, 170. I think the most they drop is like 200 flat. But even then, just by looking at this, I mean, they are starting to, bottom out a little bit here. Like they haven't dropped a little, that much in the past couple of days, but I don't really see these dropping like much more, going down a ton more. And I feel like we will start to see this graph sort of flatten out and start to go back up in the next few weeks. So in my opinion, I just have to make this video to state it once again. This is a great buy. If you look at what happened on the last restock, I think the exact same thing is going to happen. Maybe not to this extent, because like I said, it's a different market right now, but it is going to go back up. So this is a chance to get it at a very cheap price point, right? You can get it at $215, and this is from, a gold star seller. I mean, if you're not buying this in 2-3 years, when this is probably $400 or $500, maybe even more, I mean, you're gonna look back and be like, wow, this was a great opportunity, and I didn't take it. To me, it's so surprising that, it seems like whenever more supply comes into the market, people get scared. And especially this being a Pokemon Center exclusive, it's not like one of those things where you have to worry, oh, they're going to print PCETBs in the ground. Because no, that's never happened, right? You could argue that maybe with some other products, some like normal products, but PCETBs, that's really never happened, right? And PCETBs so far, what we've seen in its short history, has performed extremely well. So I think this is even more of an argument to be made that buying these PCETBs from the second restock is such a great opportunity, because the likelihood that this gets printed into the ground is like almost 0 to none, right? So just need to make this video to tell you guys this is a great buying opportunity. And if you didn't take advantage of the first restock, you really should on this one. And if you don't be surprised in a few weeks this goes back up to 250. And in a few years from now, if this is close to 500, don't be surprised. Now, if you go on eBay, you're not really going to find them for much cheaper than $215 like you see on TCG Player. The cheapest you're really going to find here is around $220. There's really not much here that you're going to get a bigger discount. It seems like just all of them are selling for around $220. Here, there's a lot of two for a little bit under $220 each, like that's around like $217. But you can't find them for under $200, at least online from what I've seen on TCG Player and eBay. But if you want to, you can buy locally, and you can see here's an example on Facebook Marketplace for around $200. I don't see many people around me selling them for anywhere under $200. I've never seen a listing for like $190. They're all around like $220, $210, and that's about it. And I've seen a few for $200, but other than that, there's like nobody listing for under $200, because I really feel like this is sort of where the floor price is, and I seriously think that in a few weeks these are not going to be $210, $215. These are probably going to be closer to $250, and I feel like this restock is a great buying opportunity for those who see the long-term potential. Because if you don't, and you just see the short-term, prismatic in the market has been slowing down, and you might be like, wow, I think the price is going to drop even more, but I don't really think so. I think the prices have pretty much dropped to where they're going to be. So that's all I want to say in this video. Let me know if you guys have picked any of these up locally, because you may be able to find some deals from some people, and you may be able to get some bulk deals. And I'm just waiting for a seller or someone to list a quantity at market or a little bit under, and I'll buy them. But so far, I haven't found any. But when I do, if I do, I'll definitely make a video showing you guys more ETBs that I'll buy, because I truly believe, and I'm not trying to shill here, it is a great buying opportunity. And the fact that I did it the first time on the first restock, I mean, and I showed you guys I bought it, I'm not lying to you guys, right? So that's all I want to share with you guys. I just really had to talk about this because the fact they've dropped all the way down to $210 at this point, it's such a great buying opportunity. Probably one of the best in Scarlet and Violet right now, in my opinion. And even though Prismatic recently hasn't been performing like it did in the first few months of being released, I think long term, this will be a great product to have. And this discount will be seen to be a great deal when in a few years from now, this is probably way more than what it is right now. So that's all for you guys here today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.